Nobody tell me that I do not have the right stuff going on right here. Got Logan, got Connor, and they brought their dad, Steve. Back in the day, buddy. Let's open up that can. Kick the can.
We love that basketball. They're playing basketball. We love that basketball. They're playing basketball. We love that basketball. They're playing basketball. We love that
Welcome all the sports fan back for another episode of Around the Rim. I'm your host, the Dudster, Nestor Dudley. This is our third show this season, and we know that when it's the third show or week 3, we know we have Steve Wright. And as I said at the top, I got a room full of Wrights. Head coach Steve Wright of the Bullets.
Pleasure, Nestor. Always a pleasure.
Connor, senior on the Bullets. Logan, sophomore on the Bullets. Gentlemen, welcome to Around the Rim.
Thanks for having me.
Are the Kakalakis playing?
They're watching.
Are they watching the Kakalakis?
Say hi
Hello,
to the
Kakalakis! Steve, it has been a while since we had regular season shows in terms of Around the Rim. And the last time in 2020, you were up here with Connor, who was just a couple of seasons shy from being eligible to play in the MNBL.
Yeah.
And look at him, he's man grown now.
I know. Not the truth. He's an adult. He'll be 18 in July. It's hard to believe.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So, Bullets, last year you had a very, very, very successful season. You came in first place. You lost to the eventually champs, the Celtics, but you really didn't graduate anybody. They all came back.
Yeah, I had all 8 returning, which is very, very unusual. You know, so it's nice when you're starting with 8 guys that you know, that know the system, know what you want.
And 2 of them you know very well.
Yeah, 2 of them, my 2 sons, you know.
So that's a quarter of them you know already.
I know, it's true. And so it was phenomenal to get that many back, but they still got to perform. You know, they still got to perform on the floor. They still got to take care of business. So, and so far we're getting there. You know,
Taking care of business is what the Bullets do best. Record's 5-1, correct?
5-1.
5-1, and you are percentage-wise, you're tied for first place because an upset happened last night. The Lakers, the defending neighborhood league champions, the Celtics, defeated the Lakers, a team that defeated you, and you don't lose to the Lakers too often. Let me tell you, he doesn't lose to the Lakers too often. It's not too often that he loses to the Lakers, and I'm sure he told you all the Lakers stories.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
More than once.
More than once.
But you know what? It's always a battle with the Lakers. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what each of us sitting at positions 1 through 6. It's always a battle, and we were up by 7 with a few minutes to go, but we just couldn't hold it. You guys just didn't give up. You know, you played right to the whistle, and after the dust cleared, you guys won, and you deserved it. You really deserved it.
Connor up here as a player now,
Right.
and now you're a senior. This is it, baby. You got to get the chip. You got to get the rig now. If it doesn't happen this year, and I'm not jinxing you, but if it doesn't happen this year, Logan got 2 more chances at it. This is your.
That is true. Yeah, it's, you know, it's just great playing for my dad, you know, obviously.
And you're not just saying that because your dad's sitting right next to you.
No, no, of course not. No. But seriously, man, yeah, it's great, and you know, I know this is my last year. I'm trying to put it all out on the court, trying to, you know, give it my all and really just provide for the team. You know, basketball isn't a one-player team; it's a multiplayer sport. So, but if I can contribute at the end of the day, I can go home happy knowing, yep, I did what I needed to do in benefit of the team.
You sound just like your father. You look like your mom's. That means you're good looking, but you sound like your father. Logan, how is it to not only play for your dad, but to play on the same team as your older brother? I don't know if you all have been on the same teams before growing up. I don't know.
More or less, one or two here and there. You know, 2-year age gap. It depends on birthdays, but you get to play with both of them. Chemistry's on the floor. I know who I'm going to pass to. I trust him passing to the ball. I know the coach is going to be there to make the right play. And just like he said,
Is he really there to make the right play, or are you just saying that because he's your dad?
I trust him.
That means he wants something.
I want to read down your Bullets roster. As I said, this is a nice roster, and you had how many? 7 returners, 8 returners?
8 returning.
Okay. Forgive me if I mispronounce any names, but Brendan Biskin, Logan Guertin, Clinton Maha, Connor Wright, Isaac Piana, Adam Hassan, Aiden Clark, Logan Wright, William Dubois, Skylar Son, Grace Biskin, and Aaron Susan. I think I might have pronounced all of them right.
Yeah, very
Did I
good.
get them all? You know,
Yeah.
that's a rarity. That's almost that's almost as rare as the Lakers beating the Bullets. Let's talk about Brendan Biskin,
Yeah.
who was a senior, a third-year player. He came in the league the same time you did, Connor, and last year he tore up his knee pretty bad.
Yeah.
Took him out for the season. Almost there, almost completed the season,
Yeah.
and he is an important piece of your team. And I think if he was playing last year, I think that you would have beat the Celtics. Now you have him again this year, but in practice he twisted that same knee and he's down.
Yeah, and
for
it was the
season.
same way. There was no contact. He went up for the rebound, came down, and went right to the floor. I don't think, he did the whole year of rehab. He did what they wanted him to do. It just, it just didn't take, I guess. So now they're saying he's got to have surgery. And I don't blame him for, doing the rehab, because that was one of the options. That's the easiest option, and who knew that without contact again, it was going to be the same knee. He had the brace too, but it just didn't work. So it's a shame, because he's, his father's such a good coach, Alan, and you could tell he's learned so much from him through the years that it's like having another coach out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's the man in the middle. And he grew about 3-4 inches. I mean, he's so tall. He's the tallest one on the team. He gets a lot of rebounds. Things run through him. It's tough. The only, if there's a bright spot in all of this, and there isn't, but it happened early, where now we can adapt. What happened so late last year, I think the kids were just, they just went, oh no, with their heads down. And there wasn't enough time to get them into, what we were doing. So now they were just trying to get the ball through Clinton, and we became a one-man team.
Right.
Instead of being a full team like we are. So now we had some good passing last week. We were trying to get the passing down, trying to run it through the high post, trying to do things, that we have more time for, that if a loss happens, it's not going to kill us.
Right.
Trying to get to play without Brendan, who's a big part of our team. So I think that's, if there's a little bit of hope, that's the only hope I can offer with Brendan going down.
You're talking about now that you have your passing down. From what I have observed, that your passing has been down. I think that your team is a solid team. I think that your team, if you watched the first show this year, I don't know if I jinxed you all, but I said the Bullets was taking the whole things this year.
I saw that.
Yeah, I said, so that passing, that offense is there. Connor, tell me what you think is your biggest strength on the floor.
My biggest strength is hitting those little shots around the basket.
The bunnies.
Yeah, the little bunnies.
Yeah.
And And honestly, I think I bring energy to the team. You know, I'm always out there screaming, saying, "Let's go!" Let's get in the game. Let's play good defense. And I think I'm just really like the hype man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just think I'm really good around the basket. I think that's my strength out there on the floor.
Logan, what do you think your strength is?
Rebounding.
Okay.
And the team that lacks rebounding, that's our biggest flaw, no rebounding. I think go out there, grab 10 rebounds, and it puts us way ahead in the game. Now, if you give us any more than that, I'm very happy with myself.
They sound just like it, Steve. I mean, just oh, here it is. Yes,
web.
Yes, the web. The web's not going. Yes, that's right. You caught up in the MNBL web. Connor, you've been in this web before. Steve has lived in this web. Logan, this is your first time in this web.
No.
What the MNBL web, it just gives me a chance to ask my guests. In this case, the Wrights. I got all these Wrights. I can never be wrong. Steve Wright, Connor Wright, Logan Wright. Any question I can, it may or may not do with the MNBL. But it is going to do with the MNBL. Which is the best Wright on the Bullets? And I'm including Steve. Which is the best Wright? Which Wright can you go right with and not be wrong?
My wife, who's chairman of the stands. You don't think I was going in?
Connor, who's better, you or Logan?
I gotta say me.
Logan, who's better, you or Connor?
Me.
Okay, well, gentlemen, you are out of the web. Oh, yeah, that's a quick web, y'all. I know they tell the truth. When you was in that web and you're compelled to tell the truth, so now I got the story. But you gave the best answer, and you gave the safest answer. And you'll be able to return home tonight.
That's right.
Back in the studios of Around the Rim, I'm your host, the Nesta Dudley. Along with my guests, I got 3 Wrights. Head coach Steve, Connor, Logan. Hey, we can go right into it. Is that what we want to do? Do we want to go right into it or?
Not really.
Okay, not really. Okay, good. We can get rid of that web because they are out of the web. He's working on it. So yeah, so we said at the top of the show that the Bullets are 5-1. We also said that I predicted the Bullets to take the whole doggone thing. What challenges could this season pose? Like, we already talked about Brendan Biskin. We know Brendan Biskin's not going to be playing. But are there any teams that are challenging? Like, you faced, I think you faced all the teams once so far.
Yeah.
And all the stuff,
Yeah.
Which team give you cause to pause or a concern? Not fear, but a concern we have to watch out because this team could beat us.
I think the Lakers and the Celtics are a battle because those are 2 teams that they're like rivals. The Lakers has been the longest rival. The Celtics probably the last 10 years because we've been in the playoffs and the championship, and I think they always a battle, and they always get better at the end, by the end. Mm-hmm. They always get much better at the end going into the playoffs. The Lakers are always a challenge because they're well coached. They have great coaches. They have good players that listen to what they're selling, which is huge today. It's hard to get kids to buy into what you're doing. And I go back to 2018 when we won the championship. That was not our best team.
No?
That was not by far not the Bullets' best team to win a championship, talent-wise, man for man. But they bought into what we were selling. They listened. They were well coached. And what I mean by well coached, that they listened to everything we were teaching them, which is a rarity. Even this year, it's tough we're trying to get them to buy into what we're selling. And sometimes they don't want to buy, but it goes back to that. As long as they buy into what we're trying to teach them, what we're trying to accomplish, we're going to be tough. But I'd say the Lakers and Celtics, 2 very well coached teams. And if I had to pick a long shot, I'd say the Sixers. I think the Sixers, and I don't know the Sixers that well because we played them once, but it was without one of their best guys. He wasn't there. So I haven't faced that full team yet. You know what I mean? So, so I have little info on them because and we did blow them out, but that doesn't mean nothing. Their best guy might, the ball might bounce differently. So, but yeah, those are the teams that worry me. And the only reason that I think all the teams are well coached. The Kings, the Pistons. The Pistons' problem is they had to pick up 12 new guys, being a new team back.
But is that such a problem when you're picking up in the early rounds, when you're picking up the better players that are trying out?
What's easier, 8 guys coming back or picking 12 new ones?
Well, I would say 8 guys coming back.
And you know what I'm saying is you got 12 new guys, 12 new personalities, and you don't know them. You don't know them. I got 8 guys coming back, and I know them. I only have to learn 4 new guys. You know what I mean? So, but 12 new guys and trying to get them all. And I see them at practice. They're very well coached. Those guys are doing a phenomenal job. And the Kings are well coached. But so I think it's tough with 12 new personalities to have them trying to get them all together to get on the same page. It's a lot harder than when you got at least 5 or 6 returning. And so that's what I think, is the toughest thing. And I think that's what we do. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. And that was like a good leader. So we're going to go through what happened this past weekend. So let's roll it. This past weekend, the week of January 27th at the February School. First game, Celtics, Bullets. We just talked about the Celtics. Bullets victorious over the Celtics, 60-35.
300th win.
The 300 win.
Against the South.
The 300th win.
Yes.
I wish I had known that. As the Bulls get the 300th win against the Celtics, Sweeney, high man for the Celtics, 16 points. Guertin led all scores with 30 points. As the Bullets improved to 4-1, the Celtics dropped to 1-4. Second game, Pistons, Kings. The Pistons were 2 points better than the Kings, getting off the schneid, 54-52. High man for the Kings, Pierre with 12 points. Wallace led all scores with 18 points. As the Pistons improved to 1-4, the Kings dropped to 1-4. First game Sunday, Pistons, Bullets. Bullets handled the Pistons' business, 70-47. Sullivan, high man for the Pistons, 19 points. Guertin led all scores with 31 points. As the Bullets improved to 5-1, Pistons dropped to 1-5. Second game Sunday, Lakers, Sixers. Lakers 4 points better than the Sixers, 47-43. Joseph, high man for the Sixers, 15 points. Ward led all scores with 21 points as the Lakers improved to 5-0. Sixers dropped to 3-2. But this show is fresh. We got the first game last night, and the Celtics 1 point better than the Lakers, 44-43. Jacques, high man for the Celtics, 13 points. Wood led all scores with 30 points. As the Lakers dropped to 5-1, the Celtics improved to 2-4. And the second game last night, this game went an extra frame. It went overtime. Pistons, 9 points better than the, I'm going to reset. Sixers, 11 points better than the Pistons, 61-50. And like I said, it went extra frame. Sullivan, high man for the Pistons, 17 points. Joseph led all scores of 26 points as the Sixers improved to 4-2 and the Pistons dropped to 1-6. And this is how it went down in this past weekend's play. And now for our weekly Around the Rim Awards, that changed because of last night, because they said one thing and then I had to change them today because of last night. But anyways, let's kick it. Player of the week, Logan Guertin of the Bullets. That did not change.
Oh.
Okay. Coach of the week. Coach of the week did change. You were the coach of the week until, yes, you got robbed, but I took care of you on the back end. Coach of the week, Yvens Riviere. Team of the week is the Celtics. The Bullets got robbed on that because the Bullets were the team of the week until, when you take down an undefeated team, you have to be the coach of the week and you have to be the team of the week. But Wooo of the week, this is where I took care of you. This is where I took care of you. Steve Wright. Woo of the week. Why Steve Wright? Because he was the coach of the week until last night. The Bullets were the team of the week until last night. So, you know what? I'm going to take care of Mr. Day One.
And the 300.
And the 300. I didn't even realize that. So I'm glad that you made the Woo of the week. So this is actually better than the coach of the week.
Nothing's better than that. I'd rather have the Woo of the week.
So this compromised Woo, because I had the operation a few years ago, my Woo just ain't the same. So this compromised Woo is for you. Woo. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
That's like Ric Flair not being able to do his. What is this?
4 years ago, I went in for operation on my thyroid and parathyroid and all that stuff, right? And I have specifically asked to have a singing voice like Lionel Richie. Not only do I not have a single voice like Lionel Richie, she took away my superpower. And if I had known that, Steve, I would have never got the surgery done. I would have never got the surgery done. Okay, so next week's games, or the official standings, let's say. So the official standings, if it doesn't match this, it just ain't official. Lakers and Bullets on top of the land right now, 5-1, followed by the Sixers, who are 4-2, Celtics 2-4, Kings 1-4, and the Pistons bringing up the rear. On to next week's games. First game this Saturday, February 3rd, Sixers versus Celtics, and the second game is Kings versus Lakers. And in that first game, the champs are coming. Hashtag the champs are coming. Sunday's game. Sunday, the first game is the Sixers and the Bullets, and the second game, Lakers Pistons. And in that first game, will the complete Sixers team be there? We just talked about this. You haven't faced a complete Sixers. You haven't seen a complete Sixers team.
2 years.
And I was going to say in 2 years,
years,
you have
2
not
years.
seen a complete Sixers
No.
team.
I don't know what it is.
I can't explain that either. I can't explain that either. So, are we ready back in the day? Just on time. Gentlemen, it's February. That means it's Black History Month, the traditional Hindu. It's time to drop some knowledge.
This is the best.
And this week is Lonnie Johnson, 1949. Engineer and entrepreneur, Lonnie Johnson is the inventor of the Super Soaker, the best-selling toy generating over $1 billion in sales over its lifetime. Johnson's lifetime research focuses on energy technology, and his well-known toy resulted from his work in an environmentally friendly heat pump. Trained as a nuclear engineer, Johnson worked as a research engineer at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. In 1979, he left the Air Force to become a systems engineer at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory to work on the Galileo mission. Returning to the Air Force in 1982, he served in space systems at Strategic Air Command. This week's Black History moment, Lonnie Johnson. Steve, I had one of them Super Soakers, did you?
If I knew that, I would have brought my Super Soaker. That's incredible. That is incredible. That was the biggest thing.
Yes.
That was the hugest thing to come out as a kid. Because they used to, remember those little pistols? It was like no water. It wouldn't even go from here to there. And then you come out with this thing, pump it. Oh, that was phenomenal.
I got to tell you, Wright brothers, back in the 20th century, toys were just primitive. I mean, video games, the first video game was Pong, where it was literally, and you probably heard of it, it was literally like these two sliding things going up and this ball bouncing.
Yep.
And
That was the best.
we all thought it was the best thing. We all thought it was the best thing.
Then came Pac-Man and blew your mind.
And even made a cartoon out of Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man.
A song.
Yeah.
Even the song came out was huge hit.
Yeah.
Buckner and Garcia, Pac-Man Fever.
I see your son starting to nod off because we're boring them with this whole thing.
I'm glad I have my Evil Knievel toy.
Oh, there you go.
Jump.
Do you even know who Evil Knievel is?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Because of
Speak
him.
up.
Because of him.
They got me one when they got a couple of Christmases ago.
Oh, okay.
I get to play it again.
Oh, okay, good.
Evil Knievel.
Okay, moving on with the show. We're going to get ready to wrap this show up. Where to read them about the games? You can read on the Modeling Advocate. The paper is free for the cheap. My cheap is also compromised.
Cheap.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You can go to the website, MNBL.org. You can go to the official online home of this show, ATRLive.com, or IG Instagrams at MNBL1986. Around the Rim, stream ATR on all devices, just like our friends down in the Kakalakis are doing right now. Live, VOD, ATRLive.com. Around the Rim on a public channel, Comcast 9, Verizon 28. Around the Rim records every Thursday evening. It replays Friday night at 10 p.m. and replays the following Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. on the channels of MATV Ball and Access Television, which is under the umbrella of Urban Media Arts. Like and stream Around the Rim, hashtag follow, hashtag stream, hashtag retweet at Nesta Dentley Twitter handle. I gotta change that Twitter handle. I gotta change that Twitter icon. Or IG's at Real Nesta Dentley, because right guys, there is only one real Nesta Dentley. Thank you for that validation, Connor. Around the Rim, subscribe to ATR on YouTube. Hashtag at the Rim, I should say, Nesta Dudley. My mic sounds nice. Check 1. I said my microphone sounds nice when it's on. Check 2. Welcome you all to another edition of Beyond the Rim, hashtag BTR. That's the other platform that I have, where Around the Rim talks about the Mall Neighborhood Basketball League. Beyond the Rim goes beyond the Mall Neighborhood Basketball League. So Beyond the Rim, the podcast, can be found on Apple Podcasts, found on Spotify, found on YouTube, or wherever you stream your podcast. And a couple of minutes left to wrap up this show, The Wright 3. I want to have one final word from all you all, but I'm going to start in reverse. Logan, you're first. One final word from you. It could be anything. It could be shout out to the Kakalakis. You know, no one talked about your baby sister. You can say hi to her. Whatever you want to say.
Hello, Kenna. Bullets. If we play hard, play under the best coach in the league.
Is that Beanie Amos?
Beanie Amos. That's my vote. I'm waiting for him to give up the Lakers and come over.
If we play with determination, we will get there and hoist in the trophy.
Connor, final words. And I agree with you, Logan, by the way. Connor, final words.
I'd like to shout out my sister, my mom, my friends Julian, William, and Aaron. You know, and I do want to say, you know, we got to play hard as a team if we want to hoist that trophy above our heads. We just gotta stick together as a team. You know, we can't go our separate ways. Mm-hmm. That's not basketball. Mm-hmm. That's selfish. Mm-hmm. Gotta play as a team.
Steve, final words.
Just want to thank for another great show. We appreciate it, Nesta, and I want to thank all the help that you have to put the show on and to make it one of the best shows anywhere, not just Malden.
And I just wanted to give you an opportunity to be on the stage with your two sons because, you know, Connor's graduating, baby.
Yeah.
And if an accident happens and the Bullets do not win, I just did not want to miss an opportunity to have you all on the stage at the same time.
And we, you know, I really appreciate that. And it's nice to be up here with my sons. I mean, I coached all those years. Didn't have no sons. So it's, you know, got married late in life, had kids late in life. So it's nice, and they're such good kids.
I don't think it was late in life.
Kids.
I think it was right on time. And everything happened. Everything happened the way it's
for a
supposed to happen.
reason.
Now
It's
your wife might like me better than she likes you at this moment
Yeah.
now. But Connor, Logan. So next week, tune in 7 nights. We're going to have the mayor of Ball, the mayor Gary Christensen, who will be here. Yeah, and he's going to have a lot of talking to do because his team-sponsored Celtics took down the Lakers. But until next week, buenas noches, hooches, cooches. I came in peace. I leave with love. This is for the red, the black, and the green, and I'll be seeing you at the games.